sound.
Oh.
Whoa.
Start the episode.
Today, Precarious plays
Metroid Prime. Well, remember how I said that we were gonna be to? Well, this is a kind of newness. Whoa, he's
Captain
angry.
Dr. Fancy Nunes right here. Dr. Nunes? Hi, Dr. Nunes. I thought we were going to Planet Nunes. This is just an ambassador from Nunes.
Yes, this is the great ambassador of
Nunes. Actually, haven't we seen him before?
No, this one doesn't have a cannon.
Oh, this
because he broke out of his tank to fight me, and he's faster, and also we're in a much smaller arena.
Dr. True Nunes. Oh gosh, that was intense. Whew.
Well,
I wasn't even playing, and now my head hurts a little.
It was worth one of the big energy units, so.
Wow, you're so unhealthy. You need to work out.
I'm missing a whole energy tank.
Wow.
Let's talk design for a little bit, because I've intentionally been trying to avoid just talking about the design of the game that we're playing, because I feel like I was overdoing it for a while, just doggedly focusing on that. But now I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Some people thought it was weird that Metroid Prime 2 included an ammo system for your beam weapons. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not. Like, is it similar to when... N7. Mass Effect. There we go. Is it similar to when Mass Effect went from having, like, heat-based clips to having to pick up ammo in the environment?
No.
Okay.
And here is why. In Mass Effect, you were going from a system that ensured that your character would never have to really, like, be concerned about just being, like, out of a resource long term.
Yeah.
But it was still something you had to be mindful of in the middle of an engagement, because having your weapons overheat at the wrong time would be, well, it would make the rest of that combat very difficult.
Yeah. You still had to be mindful of what you could consider ammo, but it was more like managing a cooldown.
Yeah.
It was actually literally managing a cooldown.
Yes.
Not more like it, actually like it, exactly like it. In fact, it was on a cooldown. Like, that was the myth in the game. The thing had to cool down.
In Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, you had two beams, primarily, that ran on ammo. Oops. The light beam and the dark beam. And there's something else to it, but we're going to play that game one day, and I don't want to spoil it. So you have two alternate types of ammo.
Right.
And the first time someone said, like, oh, it's stupid that you have to deal with ammo in a Metroid title, because your power beam still doesn't run on any form of ammo, right?
So your, like, basic shoot blast doesn't have any ammo.
Correct.
It just works.
Correct.
Okay.
Wait a second, I think. Is this, yeah, oh, okay, I see.
Wow.
From the very first game, Metroid has had an ammo system. Because of missiles.
Yeah. I remember this.
It's in this game.
Yeah, it is. And also, don't you have a limited amount of super bomb?
Power bombs.
Power bombs, thank you.
Yes, you do.
Superlative power bombs. Well, so yeah, Metroid has always had ammo, just not for your base weapon.
Right, not for your beams. So that always struck me as odd.
That someone would be upset about that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, traditionally...
Yeah, here we go, 5 more bullets.
Yeah.
5 more explosive bullets.
Well, and you could argue that rockets are something that you need physically, but the thing is that you absorb them and they just chunk into somewhere in your arm. It's not like you have a different weapon to shoot them. Like, don't your rockets come out of your arm too?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay, so I suppose I wouldn't be particularly bothered by that.
I wanted to bring it up because having ammo... It's an interesting design decision, right? Because what it allowed them to do in Metroid Prime 2 is the light beam and the dark beam were quite a bit more powerful than your regular beam, if I remember correctly.
Interesting.
And it's because they ran on ammo. Then there was another interesting thing that they had to design around. Because you still use your beams to open doors, because they also effectively function as keys,
Yeah.
they didn't want people to be able to accidentally trap themselves.
Yeah.
So if you are at 0, you can charge your beam, one of your alternate beams, to effectively, you charge it up like this, like normal, with about the same charge time, to basically fire a normal shot.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool. And it's not something that you actually have to worry about too often. Because if I remember correctly, like, it's pretty challenging at the start of the game, whenever you only have one of them. But I feel like the way it works is after you have both beams, killing enemies with the dark beam gives you light ammo, and killing enemies with the dark beam gives you light ammo, and light beam gives you dark ammo. So they are synergistic.
Huh.
Level 3.
Oh, it's a fresh... Oh, that is an impact crater.
Yeah, I think that's floating.
I like
Float rock.
how lava-y your arm is right now. It looks good on you.
Yeah, I think it's funny how the plasma beam is just the longest one.
It's hot. So it's long so you can keep it further away from your
But
face.
it has the shortest range, if I remember correctly. Like the bullets terminate after a certain distance. And I don't even know if the other ones... I think that most of the other beams, the levels are not large enough to accommodate whatever endpoint they may have imposed on them. You know, I think even if you go outside and fire the the power beam,
Yeah.
I think that the bullets just sort of boom on invisible barriers instead of just like stopping.
Right, so instead of fading out within the environment, they just crash against the very edge of the reality.
Yeah, maybe. And I don't have any particular point that I can think of. I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't crazy, because I was afraid that I was going to bring it up and you were going to be like, yeah, that sounds pretty stupid to have a limit on your beams. I mean, Samus's beams are like, that's what she does, is she shoots lasers, and putting a limit on that seems sort of stupid.
Yeah, well, I don't know, people tend to get pretty, like, wrapped up in stuff like that. When they have a preference, and they feel like a new version of their game is slighting them somehow.
Well, I mean, we did feel that way about Mass Effect.
Yeah, but I got used to it pretty quickly, and it wasn't actually a problem.
Yeah, well, that particular element just made me more angry. Because it's like, why the hell did you change this and then just shower so much ammo everywhere that it's never actually a concern.
Yeah, I don't really understand. Maybe they just wanted it to feel different. I don't know. Some things, we don't get to talk to people about.
Thanks, friend.
He's like, just floating here. Just floating here for your convenience. Not really. Very self-centered way to look at it. He was probably just floating there and we're like, the underside of that looks soft and I think that can probably hold us. Oh, I like all the glowy funguses. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Mercy.
Okay, but now I know. See, that's nice. They give you a little safe spot.
Ledge to get back out of there.
Yeah. Whoa, it's a swift one. Oh, wait a second. Do I... How much damage do I take per second? Do these stay broken? Nope, too much. Too much damage per second.
Ooh, yeah, that's...
Oh.
Ouch.
I think it grows more intense the longer you're standing in it. Ooh, I thought I could just cheat and not have to come back here. This is, I think, the most hurt I've been in the game.
Ooh, this place looks super scary.
Let's check it out. Now that we have all the beams, I can show this off. So you've got the power beam, which is just regular, right?
Yeah,
see?
Nice, fashionable, good. It's a good look.
And then you have the wide one, the wave beam, which has
for a fancy party.
the purple accents, and it extends in a wide array, right? And then you have the tall beam, the ice beam.
Oh,
you can see it there.
More for business.
Gets a bit, those soft wintry hues, they really command a lot of respect. And then whenever you want to show off and pick up sweet chicks, or gentlemen, or whatever, use the plasma beam. Wait, actually, that was whatever position that was before.
That one. Whoa.
There, that
really shows that off.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what I was doing. Oh,
Just
I'm leaving,
holding it.
but I'm leaving the screen. See, whenever I aim in the corner and leave the screen, it weirdly extends.
It's like you're reaching.
Yeah, so this is definitely the fastest of the beams. You can tell because it's predominantly red.
Yes.
Let me see if I can do that with the other beams as well. I don't think so. I think it's because the plasma beam is so long,
Try it.
I'm trying it. It's not doing it. It just reverts to neutral. And one more thing, while we're here, I'm gonna take a look at this as well because you asked for it. So you can see the bones in her left hand really easily just by.
Yeah.
Hold on. There, by aiming.
Yeah.
So you can see the bones in her hand.
Yeah.
And then in the beam. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can see it.
But it doesn't even look quite right. It looks like a two-pronged structure.
I think that might. Well,
oh my
you
gosh,
know what?
It looks like.
You know what I think it might be? It's the. Oh my god! It's the shape of her hand. She's.
This is what she has to make that shape to make the beam.
Is it?
Yes. Look, she's got the rock-on shape for the one, and the whole hand for that one, and then her fingers merge for the other one.
No, that's not.
No, it's real.
That's
real.
not the
Look
case.
at it.
Hold on. Let me try doing this again. Well, no, I won't do it. Damn it. I mean, like that one. It looks really clear, right?
Yes,
it's like
really clear. Her fingers
hand
are spread
all
out.
the way out.
No, that one, her fingers are together. They make that shape.
No, it looks like she's making like the rock-on hand again.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you think maybe it was just an error, or do you think?
No, it doesn't. Look, if you look at it at this angle, tilt your hand down. See? You've got the two. No, that might be part of the gun. I'm not sure.
See, it's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah, it is hard to tell.
I just see an extended pinky and an extended index finger.
Yeah, that's what I see too, but that might be the thumb and pinky. And that one is difficult to see.
This one looks about the same.
No, yeah, that one looks...
Oh, no.
See?
No, that one is... I think that they got two of them mixed up.
Maybe.
Because you see that one, you can see like a little lump.
Like there's a dip in the middle.
Yeah, that one just looks like it's one knuckle. So
Yeah.
that one looks like... I mean, it's still like the same basic shape, you know?
Yeah.
It's just...
That one looks closer together.
No, this one has two knuckle dips. See? Maybe it would help if I can... No, every time I get closer to one of the areas that's dark, it lights up.
Oh yeah, because you get closer with...
I'm just trying to find an area of higher contrast.
There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely like the rock on fist right now.
Yeah, and it looks like she has her thumb.
Tucked in.
Yeah.
Okay, and then switch to a different one. Okay, and then that one. That one looks a little...
It looks... I think that what this one probably should have been would have been the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky off to one side, and then just an extended pointer finger.
Mm-hmm.
But instead it looks like the middle finger and index finger are extended, and it looks like a variation on that shape.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They got this one exactly right. I think exactly as intended.
And they got the other one, that one, exactly. Like.
Well, no, because see, that one...
No, I think that one looks great.
It's just, to me, I feel like this one should have been just like the rock-on hand, but I think she extended her middle finger as well.
Yeah.
But I think this one is the rock-on hand.
Yeah.
So I feel like they accidentally swapped these two.
Uh-huh.
And I think that somebody was just asleep at the wheel, because do those have the same one?
Yeah, I think so. But still, the fact that they bothered to
You know
do
what?
that at all is just so
Let's just stop at the
cool.
wave beam. Good job, guys.
Yeah, that's great.
Very specific.
I was
Thing to
wondering what
include.
that was for earlier. Like, a lot earlier. Because I was like, oh, why are those the hand shapes? Maybe those are the aliens that they're from. No, it's just how she controls it. Oh my god, that's fantastic. I